Yes, sir. Mod Tricker back up in this thing, man. Today, we'll be taking a closer look at some mysterious happenings from around the world, man. Today, I'm reacting to some creepy TikToks that'll make your head spin. But before we hop into that, man, go ahead and spam that like button right now so we can run the numbers up on the algorithm. And you ain't even gotta think about it later. And if you haven't already, man, go ahead and hit that sub button, man. Sub up, join the family. I promise this is the most lit and active community on YouTube, period. And to everybody who's already subbed up, man, we're officially in a hunt for 100K. And I just can't thank you guys enough for all the love and support you show each and every video. But with that being said, guys, let's hop straight into the video.
The biggest hip-hop festival in Europe just took place, and you won't believe the demonic and Illuminati energy that was going on. First of all, look at the backdrop of this set from the rapper Yat. I already made a video on this artist, but he's one of the top trending artists whose career took off from TikTok, as everyone just dances to the demons. And I have no idea who this is, but he has inverted crosses on his shorts. Metro Boomin was there, one of the biggest music producers out there, with flashing Illuminati signs and all different kinds of designs.
The vibes of all these concerts are getting a little too dark right now. I feel like you leave these shows with a hex on you.
UFO. UFO.
First, I thought these were just drones, but they looked a little too big and that light pattern was very complex, so I don't know.
All right, story of the day, guys. We're walking along the beach and we find this. It is literally a different piece of rock behind this other rock. Moves Andrew. Goes from there all the way up, right into here, all the way down to the ground again. What if this is a freaking government secret door, or there's aliens behind it? I don't know, you tell me.
It definitely looks like the entranceway to some sort of base, but I would leave it alone, bro. This is how you come up missing.
Is the MSG sphere a beacon for aliens? The MSG sphere is a massive, spherical structure that is unlike anything else on Earth. It is so large and reflective that it can be seen from space. This has led to some people to believe that the sphere is a beacon that is attracting the attention of extraterrestrials. There are a few reasons why this might be a concern. First, if extraterrestrials were to visit Earth, they might not be friendly. They might see the sphere as a sign of our technological advancement and decide to attack us. Second, even if the extraterrestrials are friendly, their arrival could disrupt our way of life. They might bring with them new or technologies that could have unintended consequences. For these reasons, some people believe that the MSG sphere is a risk to Earth. Of course, there is no way to know for sure whether or not the MSG sphere is attracting the attention of extraterrestrials. However, the possibility is there, and it is something that we should consider.
I'm not gonna lie, the design and technology is incredible, but of course one of the first pictures they load up is the all-seeing eye looking you directly in your soul. He looked like Chewbacca's evil twin brother, bro. They would not be this calm if that was real.
Right there. Press pause if you could. So this is a recreation of a glyph of a painting that once existed. It was destroyed. This is the only example of them even doing anything with stone depicted, but this is not showing them cut a block.
What do you think they're using when those guys are on their knees? It's showing a line. What do you think that is?
I think that they're doing measurements in order to put in hieroglyphs, because we know they did. There's actual evidence of them doing glyphs over prior work. It quite literally could just be showing them carved stuff into it. I saw examples where you have this wonderful stone and then these crude glyphs carved into it. Why would the glyphs look like shit in comparison to a wonderful block? And that's not to say all the glyphs look like shit. Some are spectacular. Let me just clarify. Dynastic Egyptians are the so-called ancient Egyptians we all learned about in school. My argument and others' argument is that there was people before them doing work.
This is very similar to the Great Reset mud flood theory, where one civilization basically came and claimed buildings and structures that were already there for themselves. I'm just glad that he's finally out and about and he looks healthy, but this is an odd first appearance since this mysterious hospitalization. Let me know what you guys think.
Why isn't this on every single channel 24/7? Everything's canceled. Most conspiracy theories are garbage. Flat Earth seems very interesting until you talk to somebody intelligent. I want there to be reptiles in the government so bad, but there's not. Anytime I get lost in a conspiracy theory, I turn to the most intelligent minds in the world. But what happens when the most intelligent minds in the world all agree that we are living in a simulation? This found out if you're on DMT, not some hippie acid trip like crazy, but if you're on DMT and you look at the end of a laser beam, you could see code. Neil Tyson, one of our greatest minds, said,
I'm waiting for someone to convince me that we don't live in a simulation.
Elon Musk,
the argument for the simulation is quite strong.
Please explain why during this experiment, the electrons act differently when you look at them. You look away, they do one thing, you look back, it's like we caught the simulation. This is crazy. There must be cheat codes.
I believe not too long ago there was a scientist that calculated the odds that this reality is the original true reality, and from what I recall, the odds were disturbingly low.
A couple of weeks ago, this terreno historians found out about a mysterious phenomenon going on in Santa Rosa, Nuevo León in Mexico. She drove there, she recorded it, and this is what she got on camera.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Nos encontramos en las vías del tren de la carretera aquí camino a Santa Rosa, casi cruz con López Mateos. Y pues estuve viendo varios videos que precisamente a las 10 de la noche, faltan como 5 minutos, hay muchos videos en YouTube, los pueden buscar, y en otras plataformas, que a las 10:05 vienen por aquí, empiezan a grabar y se empieza a escuchar el tren, pero no pasa, o sea, como si fuera un tren fantasma. Vamos a esperarnos un rato.
She waits for a while, maybe expecting to see something or hear something, but she isn't expecting what happens next. Pay very close attention.
Bueno, pues ya nos quedamos un rato aquí esperando y efectivamente se empieza a escuchar como si viniera de acá, de lo lejos, y no se ve nada, o sea, no hay nada, no viene nada, y se escucha. Creí que era mentira, no hay nada, no hay nada.
Not only is she shouting out loud so she can be heard, you can actually see her hair being somewhat affected by the wind current created by the supposed ghost train. What is going on here?
Maybe she added that train audio in post-production, but it had the Doppler effect and everything. I don't know if those were nurses or witches in that first picture, but it looked like a scene from Handmaid's Tale.
When I say this Michael Rubin white party I'm getting ritual vibes. Trust me, I'm not one of the motherfuckers who think everybody's so lit. So somebody made a video of me saying I took an oath. I'm like, what oath is this? Like, you got to give me the script. I'm like, what oath did I take? But I do get a little bit weary when I see certain things that I just don't understand. I know a lot of you people think there's a lot of brotherhood and fraternity when it comes to this industry and music industry and all, whatever you might think. Obviously, we're seeing a soccer player here. I don't know who this is. You see Lil Baby, you see a bunch of people. You're going to see actors, comedians, whatever the case, right? Now, in reality, this industry isn't like that, bro. Everybody's fragmented. People only come together when they can use each other. There is no brotherhood. There is no people all cutting their fingers like that. Everybody do their own thing. However, at times, and this is where my confusion's always been, for the life of me, I can't tell why everybody seems to be on like 4 billionaires. Can't understand it. Now, maybe it's because they throw the best parties, and if that's the case, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just don't know. But something seems to be off with this entire spectrum. I just got to be honest with y'all, right? It's just no reason why, for example, Meek Mill, who's still tweeting about putting out music that he hasn't dropped in like 3 years. If you ever want to find Meek Mill, you're going to find him with this, the guy right here, Michael Rubin. What this guy does, he used to own the 76ers. He now owns this like sports merchandise like type of thing. Like, I still don't know what he does. Regardless, you're gonna see every lit rapper, or not every lit rapper, but most of these guys like all up under his ass. And anytime I see that, there's nothing wrong with people having friends or association. Networking is how a lot of people progress. Every time I see this, it's always a humiliation ritual. I never see him bunny hop. I've never seen him get embarrassed. I never see him the butt of the jokes. I've only seen rappers who you think are super thugged out, being in uncomfortable situations, bunny hopping on the ground of the bathroom, crawling, trying to get to the toilet bowl. I've never seen him out of pocket. That's, to me, is something wrong.
It's surprising to see how far some people are willing to go for money, but I never thought Lil Baby would go out like that.
In 2009, John Jones was exploring the Nutty Putty Cave, and he decided he wanted to go through one of the tightest stretches. He noticed it was really tight, but he read about this part of the cave, and he knew that if he just kept persisting, he would safely get through. The only problem is that John had taken a wrong turn and was actually in a different, uncharted part of the cave. This stretch was so tight that John became stuck upside down. After a 27-hour rescue attempt, he eventually passed away. The cave was permanently sealed to serve as John's tomb.
This one is unfortunate, bro, but when every turn and every move is critical like this, I'm bringing somebody that's been there before, or at least a map.
The kitchen, like the kitchen area.
It is. They're real quiet about it. I will not go down there.
Oh, it's cold right here. See that over here? Hello? I'm not going up there. Definitely not going back there. Oh wow, it is really cold right here. What was that? No. I don't think it's happy we're here. I don't know. Oh, holy. Dude, there's...
Hey, at the very beginning of the clip, it looked like the facial recognition on his camera actually identified a face, bro. I'm punching out after that.
2023 just gets crazier and crazier. This is Spain.
This had to be the storm of the century for the roads to just be a river now with rapids and everything.
In 1992, when a local farmer in the Zhejiang province of China was digging a well, he discovered something phenomenal. As he dug deeper into the ground, he unexpectedly broke through the surface and found himself staring into a vast underground chamber. Upon realizing the significance of his find, the farmer reported the discovery to the authorities. Archaeologists and experts were brought in to investigate the site, and what they uncovered was truly extraordinary. The farmer's accidental well digging had opened up a hidden underground labyrinth of interconnected chambers, stretching over an immense area. Estimates suggest that approximately 1 million cubic meters of rock were dug out to create these underground chambers called the Longju Caves. The Longju Caves are estimated to be at least 2,000 years old. The intricacy and scale of these carvings indicate that the builders had advanced knowledge of the geology, possessed advanced engineering skills, and possibly some kind of lost technology that we are not aware of today.
Hey, when we build man-made underground bunkers and tunnels today, it requires some heavy machinery, so I'm not sure how they were able to do this 2 millenniums ago unless they had something similar.
Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam! What is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean. On a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing.
Might just be drones, but that's still not what you want to see when you're in the middle of the ocean. Cloning is real, then Elizabeth Perkins and 11 are cut from the exact same cloth.
During World War II, there was a crash in Guam from a dogfight, and this Japanese pilot in the plane went and hid in a cave up on a mountain in Guam, and he spent like 28 years of hiding in the jungles, living in this cave, thinking that World War II was continuing, and he thought he had a better life living in a cave and living off of the jungle because Guam is like a hub for, I think, United or Delta, one of the major airlines. So all these planes are coming in and out every day, and he thinks it's World War II continuing.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's military bases and everything else in Guam.
He must have been old as
Yeah, he was like in his 70s.
That's so crazy.
I'm sure he lived a peaceful life in those mountains, but 28 years is a long time, bro. I'm coming down at least once a year to check if it's over.
Hold on, boy. Alright, you gotta breathe. Back up. Nibbles is cool, but he's a little crazy.
Nibbles. His name's Nibbles?
Yeah, he bit one of the other captains, so that's how he got his name. I could actually show you that video. You just gotta be careful with him. Come on. Open. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Y'all ain't in the trees, huh?
I don't think it's wise at all to stick your bare feet in a swamp next to an alligator named Nibbles.
The Rudy Farias case is the most wild true crime case ever. For those that don't know, Rudy Farias has been missing for 8 years. Well, Rudy was just recently discovered at a church around 8 miles from his house. And since his discovery, the story has gotten absolutely wild. You see, the whole time Rudy was missing, he was apparently just at home with his mom. Apparently, he had returned to his mom a day after he was reported missing. And to make it a little more complex, he apparently used fake names the entire time that he was missing. Also, throughout the years, he apparently made contact with different officers out on the street. But when he contacted these officers, he apparently gave them fake names and wrong dates of birth, so they couldn't really do anything about him contacting them. Now, Rudy's mom apparently told people that he was her nephew whenever anyone would ask about his identity. And throughout the investigation, she was adamant that Rudy was still missing, even though she knew that he was just at home with her. Now, the investigation is still ongoing, but no charges have been pressed against anyone yet. And as of right now, it doesn't seem like any charges are going to be pressed against anyone in this. But apparently after all of this, Rudy is refusing to return home with his mother, who by the way made over $2,000 in money on GoFundMe, and these donations were related to her son's quote-unquote disappearance. But the fact that Rudy is refusing to return home with her, and the fact that she lied in order to get donations, and by the way, this is breaking right as I'm recording this, apparently Rudy's mom was also an internet catfish who posed as other people online to appear more popular and better looking, and once she apparently even stole the photos of a country musician. Anyways, all of this makes me think that Rudy's disappearance was 100% her idea, but what do you guys think of this?
I'm just confused about what they were hoping to gain by doing this, and I'm sure the investigators are just as lost as I am, which is why they ain't filed no charges yet.
Dude, over here, come here. Look right above the trees. Come here, Freeman. Right above the trees. What? Dude, what is that? That is not a plane either. It is not moving. Oh my gosh, dude. Me neither. Oh, dude. Wow. Did you see how fast it just went? There it is. It's right there. Dude, yeah, I got. Did you see how fast that thing just went? Oh my gosh. That is a UFO. Dude. Where did it go? Dude, where did that thing go, bro? Did you see how fast it just left? There is no plane that can do that. That was a UFO.
The video seems legit, bro, but I'm not sure how I feel about the constant lightning happening at the same time as the UFO sighting.
This impressive statue is called the Apennine Colossus. Nestled deep in the depths of the Apennine Mountains, this centuries-old Colossus statue stands at approximately 35 feet, or just over 10 meters tall. The detail in this statue is incredible. Built in 1580, the intricacy in the carvings is just phenomenal. It's even got a dragon. Look at the feet. How is that even possible with hand tools? That's not all. The statue holds another secret. Built right into the base of the statue is a secret chamber, which is said to represent a sacred space of refuge. It's also got its own shrine and several other subterranean passageways.
It'd probably be a real struggle if you tried to recreate this today, bro. The craftsmanship is second to none.
If you don't believe that the devil runs the music industry and that selling your soul for fame and success is a thing, then explain this.
Never gonna let you close to me, even though you need the most of me. 'Cause every time I open up it hurts.
He did a full 180-degree switch up. I'm not sure how valid those clips are, but fire raining from the sky is a new one, bro. We have no answers for that. I'm definitely not cut out for this sport, bro. I had to go change my underwear after that. But with that being said, guys, that was the video. Thank you for coming and kicking with me. Let me know what you guys thought about these creepy TikToks in the comments below. And until next time, y'all take care of yourself.